So now let's see one example of the memory interfacing. In this example, we are asked to interface 1 KB of RAM. Starting address is given, which is 4000H. 8 KB ROM, the starting address is 0000H, and the 8 KB of ROM, the starting address is E000H. Okay, so we are asked to interface 3 memory. You know that in the memory interfacing question, the first thing you need to find is that how many memory you are asked to interface. In this example, you are asked to interface 3 memories. So in the very first step, what you will do is that you will draw all the memories separately. So you can see that in the first step, we have drawn all the memories separately along with the decoder. Decoder is necessary when you are interfacing more than one memories. You can see that the decoder is the 3 to 8 decoder, and it is having some enable pins, which is E1 bar, E2 bar and E3. There are 3 memories, and you can see that each memory is having some signals. There is address bus, data bus and the chip select. These are signals which are necessary for any memory. Now depending on whether the memory is RAM or ROM, some extra control signals are needed. Suppose this memory is 1K byte RAM. Suppose this memory is 8K byte ROM, and it is 8K byte ROM. Okay, so depending on whether the memory is RAM or ROM, some extra control signals are needed. In the case of RAM, 2 extra control signals are needed, which is read bar and write bar. Okay, in the case of ROM, only one control signal is needed, which is read bar. Why? Because user can perform both read and write operation with the RAM. In the case of ROM, only read operation can be performed. Okay, so in the first step, what we did is that all the memories which are asked to interface are drawn separately along with the decoder. In the second step, you will draw a memory map table. So this is the memory map table. You can see that in the memory map table, the address line A0 to A15 are shown, which is the total address line for the address bus in the case of 8085. In the memory map table, you can see that there are different memories, for which we have to find the starting and the ending address. So this field is for 1K byte RAM, it is for 8K byte ROM, and it is for 8K byte ROM. So for each memory, we will find the starting and the ending address. Using the memory map table, we can find the starting and the ending address of each memory. Using the memory map table, we can find that how many address lines are required for particular memory. And using the memory map table, we are going to find that how many address line will be given to the decoder. Okay, so let's find how many address lines are needed for 1K byte RAM. Now, if we provide A0 to A9 address lines, we can interface 1K byte RAM. So A0 to A9 means total 10 address line is required to interface 1K byte memory. Okay. Now let's find how many address lines is required for 8K byte ROM. We know that if we provide A0 to A9, we can interface 1K byte memory. If we provide A0 to A10, we can interface 2K byte memory. If we provide A0 to A11, we can interface 4K byte memory. And if we provide A0 to A12, we can interface 8K byte memory. So in the case of 8K byte ROM, we will provide A0 to A12 for the both memory, because A0 to A12, it means total 13 address line, and 2 raised to 13 will be 8K byte. Okay, so we have provided the address lines which is required for each memory. Now let's find how many address line is required for the decoder. Which address line will be given to the decoder? always remember the address line which is given to no memory will be connected to decoder. So which are the address lines which is never given to any memory? You can see that A13, 14 and 15 are the address line which is not given to any memory. So the 13, 14 and 15 address line, the 13, 14 and 15 will be given to the decoder. Okay, now let's find the starting and the ending address of each memory. In the example, the starting address of the RAM is given. And what is the starting address? It is a 4000H. So let's convert the 4000H into binary and write into the starting address. So if you convert 4000H into binary, you will get 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 and 0. So starting address is given. Now to find the ending address, we will set all the address lines which is given to the 1K byte RAM to 1. How many address lines is given to 1K byte RAM? A0 to A9. So to find the ending address, we will set A0 to A9 1. Now the value of the chip select will remain same throughout the chip. What I am trying to say is the value of the chip select should be same from the starting address till the ending address. So for the starting address, the value of the chip select is 010. So for the ending address, it will be same, which is 010. And the value of this will be 000. Now let's find for the 8K byte ROM. Again for the 8K byte ROM, the starting address is given, which is 0000H. So let's put the starting address, let's convert into binary and let's write it down. Okay, so starting address is given. To find the ending address, we will set all the address lines which is given to 8K byte ROM to 1. How many address line is connected to 8K byte ROM? A0 to A12. So to find the ending address, we will set A0 to A12 to 1. So we will set all this value to 1. We know that the 8, 13, 14 and 15 is the logic for chip select. It is a logic for decoder. So the value of 8, 13, 14 and 15 will remain same throughout the chip. If for the starting address it is 00 and 0, so in the ending address it should also be 000. Now let's see for the 8K byte ROM, the starting address is E000H. So let's convert into binary and write it down 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 and 0. Now to find the ending address, you know that we will set all the address line which is given to 8K byte ROM to 1. So how many address line is given? A0 to A12. So we will set A0 to A12 1. We know that for this 8K byte memory, the A13, 14 and 15 is 111 for the starting address, and this logic is for decoder, it is for chip select. So for the starting address it is 111, so for the ending address it will be 1, 1 and 1. So now the memory map table is completed. In the second step, we will complete the memory map table. After the memory map table is completed, we will provide all the connection in the diagram. Now let's see first the RAM. In the RAM, how many address line is needed? A0 to A9. So we will connect A0 to A9 to 1K byte RAM. Because it is a 1K byte, so the data bus is needed D0 to D7. Because byte, it means 8 bit. For the 8K byte ROM, how many address line is required? A0 to A12. So A0 to A12. And the data bus will be D0 to D7 because it is a 8K byte. Same case will be applied to another 8K byte ROM, A0 to A12 address line and D0 to D7 data bus. Okay. Now let's provide the remaining address line to the decoder. We know that the address line which is never provided to any memory will be given to the decoder. Which are the address line which is never provided to any memory? A13, 14 and 15. So A13, A14 and 15 will be given to the decoder. This E1 bar and E2 bar should be ground and E3 should be connected to plus 5 volt. Now let's see the value of A13, 14 and 15 for each chip. You can see that for the 1K byte RAM, the value of A13, 14 and 15 is 010. So when 010 is given to the decoder, we will get output at which pin? 0, 1 and 2 in the second pin. So the second pin will be connected to the 1K byte RAM. When the value of A13, 14 and 15 is 000, which memory will be connected? So when A13, 14, 15 is 000, 8K byte ROM should be connected. So when the value is 000, we will get output at which pin? In the 0th pin. So in the 0th pin, we will connect the 8K byte ROM. When the value of A13, 14, 15 is 111, which memory should be connected? 8K byte ROM. So when it is 111, we will connect the 8K byte, and when it is 111, we will get output at which pin? In the 7th pin. So this will be connected to the chip select. Okay, now you can see that the control signals are remained. In the memory interface in question, no signal should be remain empty. So in the read bar, we will connect the control signal, which is memory read. Again, memory read. In the case of write bar, we will connect memory write, and for the read we will connect memory read. And this is how the memory interface in question is solved.